I'm really glad this dude covers the drama, Lamau, because I am not going to be looking the annals of Twitter for this stuff. Like, it's so funny that even though I guess I'm a fan of Helluva Boss, I am definitely much more of a casual fan than I would have expected. Because, you know, I'm a guy, I watch all the episodes. Some of the episodes I watch more than once. Some of the songs I listen to even not watching the episodes. And I guess I'm still kind of a casual fan. So I'm glad that this dude, Lamau, does a good job covering it. So Hazbin Hotel's marketing is concerning. As someone that markets stuff for a living, because that's essentially what making YouTube videos is all about. Let's see what we got.
The Hazbin Hotel hasn't been advertised or marketed much. In this video, I'll show you.
I did notice that. See, as a casual fan, not like one of the hardcore degenerates over there that fap into freaking angel dust hentai every day. I only do it like once a month, max. Hazbin Hotel's pilot came out years ago, and I literally know absolutely nothing about where it's coming out, when it's coming out, what platform it's gonna be on. And I suppose that's true. Hazbin Hotel's marketing is concerning. I literally have no idea about it at all.
Here's her tweet, and then get into my thoughts after. In her tweet, she says, "I can't say as much as I'd like about Hazbin. I wish I could. But trust me when I say the second I can, I will be promoting the heck out of it. I want you guys to see things as much as you do. It's been painful to sit on so much. Just hang tight. I promise it'll be worth it." Her second reply says, "I'm just really glad for now I'm able to bring you lots of Helluva Boss in the meantime." So basically, from what Viv has said,
dude, I want to get more episodes of Helluva Boss. If they could churn out episodes of Helluva Boss at double the time, I would be very happy. It's a show that needs more episodes. Like, I think that the plot progression is moving at a fine speed, but we also need all of the episodic storylines happening as well. And I feel like we don't have them so often.
She's most likely under a non-disclosure agreement, so she can't discuss Hazbin Hotel or its marketing. Advertisements are probably handled by another team or company, which is why the advertising has been so poor. This tweet was likely made because of rising concerns from fans because of the lack of a proper release date, trailer, or streaming platform for the show. So with the tweets out of the way, it's time to get into my thoughts. A month ago, I did a video showcasing some of the issues with Hazbin's marketing. Since then, things have gone from bad to worse. I'll have that video linked below if you'd like to watch it, but the main point was that A24 has a unique marketing style. A24 is known for letting its indie projects thrive and giving lots of creative freedom. Instead of spending millions on extravagant campaigns, A24 prefers to let their shows get advertised via word of mouth or through viral memes.
Wait. Letting it get advertised through word of mouth, isn't that just how everything gets advertised aside from the actual advertisement?
So tend to release trailers for their shows a week before they actually air.
They release shows a week before the shows air? Talk about low effort advertisement. That's how YouTubers advertise videos that they're making.
Strategy obviously works for them because they have a selection of popular shows under their belt. However, with Hazbin, I don't think this tactic has paid off. Hazbin Hotel is in a unique position where it's been in development for about 10 years. As a result, it has this huge fan base and community associated with it. Most shows or movies don't have this until well after release. Whereas with Hazbin, they have this huge audience before we've even reached the starting line. Although the fan base will hype up the show for free, it also comes with expectations. At the moment, these expectations aren't being met. The fans are angry, and Viv and the team can't say anything because of an NDA. Releasing a trailer a week before the show airs is too late in my opinion. I think this situation has highlighted the difference between indie versus non-indie. Helluva Boss is an indie project funded by YouTube views, vivziepop's Patreon, and revenue from merchandise. Whereas Hazbin Hotel was funded by A24, a large company. Helluva Boss has been largely successful, however there have...
I am scared that they corporatize Hazbin Hotel. I think some of the beauty of Helluva Boss is the fact that it is an indie. The fact that it is a individual animated story on YouTube, funded literally by its own popularity. That's the dream. Take the power from the mega corporations that are churning out garbage content. They jump into the septic tank to pull out the most lukewarm, garbage ass content they possibly can. The beauty of indie animation is it gives the individual's ability to thrive.
Been some hiccups. One recent example being the name debacle regarding season 1 episode 8. Basically what happened is during the episode some new Hellhound friends were introduced for Luna. Their names weren't spoken in the episode. As a result, fans asked on social media what their names were. This led to one Spindlehorse artist confirming that the female poodle character is called Esme. Shortly after this tweet was deleted, random sock puppet Twitter accounts started to pester vivziepop as well. These accounts weren't fans of the show and were made this month and eventually got suspected Vivziepop.
Truth is, this dude, An asshole. Why is he bothering them? He doesn't have a name. Move on. It wasn't mentioned in the show. What do you need to know?
Pop as well. These accounts weren't fans of the show and were made this month and eventually got suspended from Twitter for harassment. However, these accounts replied under Viv's tweets many times, asking the name of the male hellhound that Luna is attracted to. Viv responded that he doesn't have a name, which annoyed these people even more. Eventually, Viv—
Who cares? Don't answer. Just ignore it. You literally gain nothing from interacting with these people.
And as a joke, said his name was Pinkley Winkleton III. The second example is to do with episode 8. I've discussed this topic to death in several videos, but basically episode 8 of Helluva Boss was postponed for 2 years due to legal issues, with these issues being sorted recently, leading to the episode coming out. This perfectly articulates the issue with running an indie project. You're allowed to take liberties with the show and think outside the box with episodes or plot lines. However, as seen with episode 8, this can lead to issues where you overstep your boundaries. The season finale couldn't be wrapped up for a long time, and to many, the fact that it was released way after reduced the overall impact of the finale. Moving on to Hazbin Hotel,
Well,
it shows
obviously
clearly
it
the
did.
issues with the
And that's the problem with getting into legal stuff. Screw legal stuff. Indie is where it's at. Indie is the king. This is such a YouTuber, like, mental breakdown perspective. That, oh, I'm a YouTuber, I'm not being taken seriously enough. I need to sell out and become like a celebrity and play in a movie and be in the WWE and be an official boxer. Be an official this guy, an official that guy. Otherwise, I'm just a YouTuber. That is such a weak mindset. It makes me so sad when indies that do well, that feel like they could get more acclaim by being bought out, get bought out. It's like whenever like a political network picks up like a political YouTuber, that political YouTuber becomes a shell of their former self. No matter what side they're on, they literally just devolve into a shill of whatever the network wants and lose any form of individuality.
non-indie projects. Since everything is being overseen by A24 and these companies, it leads to issues regarding creative freedom. From Viv's tweets, it's apparent that she and the team are under NDAs. This has led to a situation where fans are clearly upset and frustrated with the marketing of the shows. However, all Viv and the team can do is sit back and watch as things spiral out of control. She can only give vague, hopeful tweets about it because she can't elaborate further due to these NDAs. It's likely that the Hazbin Hotel advertising and accounts are run by A24 or another company. They've clearly used Vivzi's release schedule for Helluva Boss, where at the end of every month a new sneak peek is shown. This is good because it keeps fans engaged. However, the show is supposedly releasing this summer, and there's been radio silence regarding a release date, a trailer, or what platform the show will be on. The sneak peeks themselves have been a dice roll in terms of quality. Previously, things were quite cryptic, with us just receiving redesigns of the hotel and the cast. These increased to us receiving various GIFs of the show, showcasing scenes. These GIFs are great, however, we're at the final stretch, and there still isn't a trailer. The nail in the coffin was the most recent sneak peek for Pride Month. The image showcased Charlie and—
That's not a sneak peek! That's just an image of Pride Month.
Digital celebrating Pride. This was awesome, and it's cool to see the account supporting Pride. However, fans were expecting a trailer or something more significant. To many, it appears that the advertising team have dropped the ball in terms of marketing, and it's led to rising concerns regarding the show. With the differences between the two shows explained, it's time to get into my thoughts. The first thing I'd like to mention is that Hazbin Hotel has always had a dedicated audience. When Helluva Boss came out, there were many people who loved both shows and watched Helluva to keep themselves engaged in the lore while they waited for Hazbin to eventually come out. There's also a significant amount of people who have never watched Hazbin but were introduced to the shows from Helluva Boss. As a result, these people may care about Helluva Boss but not Hazbin. On the flip side, there's fans who care about Hazbin but not Helluva Boss. I myself know many people who fall on—
Is there anyone that cares about Hazbin Hotel that doesn't care about Helluva Boss, or anyone that cares about Helluva Boss that doesn't care about Hazbin? I mean, he's saying it like they're two completely distinct fan bases. I feel like they have more overlap than anything else I've ever seen.
Under this camp. Vivzi's tweet illuminated that announcements are right around the corner, and with the next Helluva Boss episode releasing this Saturday, Helluva Boss can help fill in the gap. However, to some people, Helluva Boss isn't really a substitute. There's been many people who've become fed up with the lack of Hazbin Hotel content. They don't really care about Helluva Boss, and as a result, they'll just drop both series and leave. The half-baked marketing makes the issue worse, with many fans not having a clue about the current status of the show, with many knowing that the show will release this summer, but that's it. All of these issues—
I do agree with that, though. I feel like the advertising for Hazbin Hotel has really been non-existent. It hasn't just been like bad or mediocre. It has not been there. There has been no advertising. I literally know nothing.
These stack onto each other to make matters worse. At least for me, I think the fact that a streaming platform hasn't been announced is a bit worrying. The Bento Box website still just says coming soon. The show is scheduled to release this summer, so likely July or August. We haven't received the trailer yet, so the chance of it releasing in July is incredibly unlikely. This leaves us with August. The show could come out in August, with a trailer in July. This leaves just 1 month of solid advertising. This isn't enough time. You want fans to have plenty of time to know where to watch the show,
True.
what platforms it'll be on, and the exact date. You want to include that with your advertising.
Yeah, I feel like the advertising... Dude, there's been no advertising.
As well. It's important for the show to be advertised front and center on these streaming platforms for people to get engaged, because the way it works now, unless you're glued to your computer screen looking at the subreddits or have notifications on for everything, you're more or less left out in the dark without a clue what's going on.
I would just mention this. I'm a fan of Helluva Boss, and despite being a fan of Helluva Boss, I have no clue what's going on with Hazbin Hotel. It is a little wild to me that someone that actually does support the show doesn't know at all what's going on. Weird.
The show is trying to appeal to longtime fans of the series and new fans as well. Attracting these new viewers is integral to the success of the project. Advertising should have begun a while ago to attract these casual viewers. However, we're pushing into July and we don't know what platforms the show will be on. Similarly, the Hazbin Hotel website still
getting corporatized. No, don't fall into the ass crack of pig's fart.
Shows absolutely nothing, meaning that the entire marketing surrounding the show appears a bit half-baked. You could put forward the argument that the streaming platform hasn't been announced because the show is having issues securing a platform. We know the show is completed with all of the scenes animated and finished. What's left is the advertising and streaming platform. Since both of these things have fallen flat, you could theorize that Hazbin has had issues securing a platform, which is why things are so dire at the moment. It's not entirely off the cards that the show's release could be pushed back to winter 2023, or the show could come out in August and will receive a trailer a week before it actually comes out. The late release of a trailer or a potential pushback would be devastating for eager fans, but this isn't entirely out of the question. So overall, I'm pretty concerned.
It would not be that far-fetched. It's been pushed back years already. Being pushed back a little more, I don't think would surprise anyone, sad as it is to say.
About the marketing regarding Hazbin Hotel, myself and many fans are clearly a bit worried, and as time passes, things just get worse. I'm putting my faith in Viv and the team to deliver a great product. However, I feel like the mismatched marketing has damaged the show's chances of being successful. If you have any thoughts on what I said, or some theories of your own, let me know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching.
My thoughts and theories are, they got licensed by a big studio. Big studio is making all the decisions, and the big studio does not really care about Hazbin Hotel at all and just thinks it'll bring eyeballs to all their other content. Big studio is making the decisions to not really do anything because they don't actually care about Hazbin Hotel from a marketing standpoint or from a success standpoint. They don't really care about the fans. They're just trying to take a large fan base and move that fan base over to their platforms. To really put it all into like one phrase and make it simple for everyone to understand, my thoughts and feelings on all of this are... That's kind of my thoughts and feelings on a lot of the advertisements going on here.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam!